Welcome to Level 3 Readiness. So what are we getting into today? Well, I told you when I was doing the Shallowford Trail hike with the unbearable load that I would review the Gerber Freeman guide. And that's what this one's going to be about. So stay tuned. I'll tell you the story of this knife. Well, let's get down to business. First things first, guess what showed up? The Easton cap. All right, so where was it at? It was hiding from me in the bottom of a laundry basket, inside of a hoodie. So if you could imagine, you know, having the hoodie on, taking the hoodie off, the hat comes off with it, and it gets thrown down in the bottom of a laundry basket. And there it was. So it got washed, dried it out, got it back out. Now I'm wearing it again. It has been recovered and is back in service. All right, let's get back to the knife. So again, this is the Gerber Freeman guide. And the thing about this little knife is it's little. Now let me tell you what I understand it's for. It's one that you put on your side and you go hunting with. All right, it's not a camp knife. It's not a survival knife. It's not even a bushcraft knife. All right, this is a hunting knife. And you got to keep that in mind. So what you want to see me doing is driving it in, twisting it, trying to pop the tip off, because you know what happens? I don't know, the tip might pop off. But again, it's not for that. It's not designed for that. And I'll tell you, one thing I love about this little knife is the grip. So you might see the textured grip there. And let me tell you, it just finds its way into the hand. Now, I'll tell you that it feels more like it's good for some fine detail work. You know, if you had to like really grab on this and do some shaving, some carving like this, it's not going to be very ergonomic for your hand. It's not enough. It's not enough meat right here to really have that kind of force on a knife. Now, again, this is not my my favorite knife. This is not even the knife of choice that I would take into the woods with me. However, it's the knife I carry now. And so how in the world did I get there? Well, I gotta tell you a story. I gotta tell you a story about another knife. All right, and it's another Gerber. It's the Gerber Big Rock. So I'm gonna lay this knife out and show it to you. And I get it laid out. We'll talk a little bit about it. So this is the Gerber Big Rock, all right? And the problem with my Gerber Big Rock is this. That's right, I broke it. Again, it's not the most robust of knives. And I understood that too. Now what it was a camp knife. And I treated that thing like a camp knife, a bushcraft knife, a hunting knife. It was my go-to knife. I had that knife for 8 years and it performed trouble-free. Again, I didn't stick it in anything and twist and try to pop the tip off. I wasn't trying to damage the knife. I was just trying to use the knife. But I tell you, I took it out in the woods. I cut down, I don't know, 6-inch trees, a 6.5, 7-inch hickory that I was gonna do some attempts at making a bow. And you know, I used it for the draw knife. I took a piece of wood and jabbed it in the end there and used it for a draw knife. I mean, that knife did everything I wanted it to do. But last year on a camping trip, I was gonna do a fireboard, and I went out and I found a piece of cedar, and I started jabbing it into the cedar, and I started trying to pry it up, you know, to make a board. And when I popped like that, bing, there it went, you know, and it broke, and my heart sunk, because again, I did pick that knife out. I chose that knife. You know, it was a $30 knife. I didn't pay anything for it. I got that knife through Cheaper Than Dirt. I won a contest, Blogger for a Day, and I got a $100 gift card. So I got some 223. I got some 9 mil. I got that little Gerber big rock knife. I got some other things too. You know, I filled up the $100 from Cheaper Than Dirt, and then I put that thing to use. And so now, after I broke it, I cashed in with Gerber's lifetime warranty. And so I reached out to them and they said they would cover it. But now here's the problem. If you try to find that knife now, they don't make it anymore. It's out of production. You go on eBay, that knife it's going to cost you $90 to $100. And by the way, if you find that knife on eBay, don't buy it for $100. It really is just a $25, $30 knife. So that be said, they gave me a credit of 30 bucks. So I went online and I found the Gerber Freeman guide. And I'll tell you what I was looking for. I was looking for a knife similar to the Big Rock. It's got a drop point on it. It's a pretty decently long knife. I think it's about 9.5 inches long. The blade is 4.5 inches long. And the Freeman guide is not so. It's got a 4-inch blade. I think this is 4-inch blade. And 8 3/8 inches long, I believe. If those numbers are correct, I'll leave them. If they're not, I'll put them somewhere, you know, like we do. But you know, that be said, now I've got this. It didn't cost me anything, so I'm going to use it. So, what in the world? Cut. Your challenge, should you decide to accept it. Level 1 challenge. All right, check this out. So I'm gonna read you this email I got, okay? Your first challenge revolves around fire, an elemental resource for survival. You will be given ample time to gather your materials. One catch, materials gathered must be personally sourced items from nature. Level 1 challenge. You will be allowed your gathered materials and 1 match and striker. Make a campfire worthy of a s'mores celebration. Wiener roast, coffee, or tea, you decide. Pro tip, this may be a good time to make char cloth. All right. P.S. You can use the knife you're reviewing. Good luck. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to accept a challenge. I get to use the Gerber Freeman guide, and we're going to put it through its paces and make a campfire worthy of s'mores. All right. So wish me luck, because like I said, this is it's not a wood processing knife. It's a hunting knife. It might be good, you know, for some skinning. Like I said, it's got that fine detail stuff, but for fire making, we'll see. All right, well, challenge accepted. I look forward to it. Hey you guys, thanks for joining us this week. I hope you've enjoyed the video review of the Gerber Freeman guide. I'm still carrying that little knife around, and I'm going to have it with me as I go through the challenge that was mentioned in the video. I'd like to challenge out you guys. Anybody out there want to try the same thing? It's a little harder than you might think it might be. One match. But anyways, we'll see how that goes. This is going to be, again, the part 1. And part 2, we're going to take up that challenge with the Freeman guide and 1 match, 1 striker, and gonna see what we can do. So wish me luck. Now, that being said, I really want to appreciate you guys, your support, and if you like this video, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed already, I appreciate it if you do that. And again, this is level 3 readiness, reminding you, so finish what you start, finish strong. Be ready for anything, because it's coming. Level 3 out. All right, it's sparse, but this is what I'm looking for.